Welcome to the second week of my journey, and welcome back if you're coming from the first episode I made last week. Just a quick rundown for anyone new. The idea is simple. We're gonna see how long it takes to learn Japanese from scratch, and I'll document all my ups and downs to hold myself accountable and to help prove to you that anyone can do what they put their mind to. I'm keeping track of all the hours spent learning Japanese, and so far we are at 29 hours total. As previously stated in week 1's video, I will not be including any form of Japanese media if it is not my main focus. If you want more details, you can check out the first video, and if you want to stay updated on the journey, you can subscribe to the channel in order to help keep me accountable in my endeavors. Now, let's get to the hours. And starting off the week with Monday, I was only able to get 27 minutes of reading done, which is similar to Tuesday, where I was only able to get 6 minutes of kanji, 28 minutes of hiragana and katakana, and 10 minutes of vocab done, as I was spending most of my time editing week 1's video. However, Wednesday we had a huge day with 1 hour of kanji, hiragana, katakana, vocab, and reading respectively. If you remember from last week, one of my goals was 15 hours of study time this week, so at this point I really had to step it up. And you might be wondering, yeah, you really should have. What did you do on Thursday? You probably had a crazy rebound. Well, Thursday I only studied 30 minutes of kanji. But don't worry. I made up for it in the weekend. Because Friday I had an hour and 7 minutes of kanji, hour of hiragana and katakana, 24 minutes of vocab, and 32 minutes of reading. And then Saturday, an hour of kanji, hour and 4 minutes of hiragana, katakana, hour of vocab, and hour of anime with Japanese subtitles. What's funny is that in that hour, I was only able to watch half an episode because of all the pausing and reading I was doing. And lastly, we have Sunday with an hour and 10 minutes of kanji, 41 minutes of hiragana and katakana, and 30 minutes of reading. With that out of the way, I set 2 goals for myself last week, so let's see if I hit them. So my first goal from last week was 15 total hours of study time, and when we add it all up, this week's total was 15 hours and 9 minutes, which means a round of applause because we hit our first ever goal on the journey. This also brings our career total to 44 hours and 9 minutes of study time, which is awesome. And the second goal was to be able to write every hiragana character with the correct stroke order from memory, which you can see has been going on since the beginning of the chapter. And I believe we can call this one a success as well. It was a little shaky at first, I almost messed it up on the first character, but I realized my mistake. Anyways, this makes us 2 for 2 on our goals so far in the series. However, this is just the beginning, and I'm sure things will get much, much harder. And before we move on, we'll take a look at the new kanji we've learned this week. Not too bad if I say so myself. There's a few tricky ones here and there, and if I had to write all of them down right now, I'm sure there's some that I would miss, but I think we're getting stronger with the kanji, guys. As previously stated in Chapter 4, I vastly underestimated how long it would take to edit Episode 1 of this series, thus resulting in me not finding enough time to study during Monday or even Tuesday. This, in return, made me have to spend more time on the back end, like where Wednesday I studied 4 hours, or Saturday, or I think Friday too. A lot of long studies, which isn't terrible, but it goes to show how quickly things can snowball without proper time management. And part of that relies on you setting somewhat attainable goals for yourself. You don't want to shoot so high to where you always fail. Instead, you should slowly build up your victories through aiming high enough to where it is a challenge, but not so high that you'll crash and burn due to being heavily unprepared. To end this chapter on a high note, however, I've been steadily progressing with my kanji in the background as shown in the list of new kanji in the last chapter. Also, my time to read has started to go down significantly. It doesn't take nearly as long as it did in the first week to read a sentence in Japanese. But to be fair, I still don't really understand what they're saying. However, it is progress, and at the end of the day, isn't that all we really want to see? Now, to end this great week off, we'll set another challenge for next week to ensure steady progress. My first goal will be to be able to write every katakana character in the correct stroke order from memory, like we did with the hiragana characters this week. And the second will be to be able to write my first 20 kanji from memory and write what the meaning is alongside it from memory like this. This will ensure that I'm actually remembering the kanji and not going too fast in my studies, which we can all fall victim to at some point. So, until next time, I want you all to make sure you try one new thing this week, no matter how small or large it may be, for you never know which turn your life can take at any given choice, which is truly exciting. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you.